Hello, Speed Gaming 3. Good evening. What we have in store for you tonight is a no-holds-barred FFR Irongol Heavy Metal Championship ranked match between the Big Cheese, guda632, and his opponent, WillBloodworth, the Emerald City Saint. Joining me in the booth is Ilmars. Ilmars, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fantastic. This is going to be a great one. Some really interesting flags. We've got a lot of good things going on. We got the Emerald City Saint going up against the commission himself. Oh boy, will it be fun. And this forced party off the bat that we're seeing, delightful.
It is a little delightful. I'm a little disappointed it's not something a little nastier, because it's looking kind of normal. But we'll take it.
Yeah, looking through, it had the options of having 4 characters that it had to choose from, being between Black, White, Black Belt, and Thief. Got pretty magic heavy, so we'll see what goes on.
And see we will. As these runners are getting their characters named, and looks like Guda's getting going here. We have as you can see on our tracker, handled tonight by Reese. We have a free bridge, a free boat. So we'll be doing some sailing.
Yeah, canal open up to us right away as well. So we've got access to a bunch. We've got open extended progression. We've got docks everywhere. Can walk a bunch of places. It's going to be great. We've got a clamped 100 to 300% bosses. We've got randomized everything, towns, entrance, floors, you name it. It's pretty much randomized on this one. So there will be a lot of interesting things that go on, as well as a few other surprises I'm sure we're going to see. Like, in particular, our friend Warmech is everywhere.
Yes, hopefully we'll be seeing lots of robot chickens tonight. Also, we might see some interesting gambles by our runners as well. Each of the Fiend dungeons is tri-stated. What that means is that we won't know if those incentivized chests inside those Elemental Fiend dungeons, if they're going to contain a key item, or if they're going to contain just a regular item, until we actually roll the seed.
Yeah, that's it. We don't know what it's going to be, where they're going to be. We've got 4 items that are our quote-unquote bonk items on this. We've got a power bonk, we've got a defense sword, a ribbon, and an opal bracelet that are out there in the incentivized pool for this.
And it looks like we are moments away from the start, from getting that bell rang.
Okay, I'm gonna drop the gate here. We'll be off here a moment.
I am ready.
Gates down, off we go. Any second now, we'll be popping up. Let's start this.
Thank you for the comments about the audio in the chat. We appreciate that. Big shout outs to Mind of Me tonight for being our restreamer. She will take a look at that as well.
Apologies if there are some. Apparently, Mike, I've been having some issues with my audio the last few times. Let's hope it doesn't do anything. Hopefully, it doesn't do anything too horrible for me. Down, off we go. Any second now, these guys should be jumping in here.
I'm is excited. I am ready to go. Alright, Will's bursting off. We're gonna take a look at level 1 magic here. Ooh, Guda dips into Corneria Castle and finds the Temple of Fiends.
Temple of Fiends already, wow. Nothing good in black level white, or black level 1. Bane and Quake, I guess. Nothing too spectacular. We got Life 2 and Invis 2 that'll be promotion locked, but that's not, or pardon me, that's only red promotion locked. So we got Life 2 and Invis 2 for it, which is pretty good. Gouda being harassed by the woman in front of the black mage shop.
Ooh, what are those numbers next to those weapons and armor there?
We are running blessed items, so blessed and cursed items. So when you see a negative beside something, it can be anywhere between negative 5 stats, which means the item is cursed, so it gets -5 to its stats, all the way up to a +5 on its stats. So if you see a normal item, so you can see any sort of item, any sword, any armor, anything like that, that'll either be better or worse than it would be in vanilla. And here we see Bane taking out Garland instantly right on Will's side. So you can get like a +5 Mazmune that does horrendous damage, as just destroys things, or conversely a -5 to a weapon or armor, and it does even worse.
Gouda finds a Flame Sword +3 hanging out over there in the cell for some cash.
Got a +5 cap as well, which is actually going to give some pretty decent absorb right off the start as well.
Yeah, cap normally has 1 absorb and will be passed up by most runners, but a 6 absorb cap is a little.
Considering a ribbon, I believe, is normally 8, you're already getting some pretty good go on that. So now Will, after taking out Garland, gonna make his way through, gonna see what's up here. We know it's that 3 Flame Sword and a little bit of cash. Meanwhile, Gouda checking out Temple of Fiends, which is some Water Shrine.
A Water Shrine floor, because we actually have full entrance and floor shuffle tonight.
Right.
So just have to dig through to figure out where those fiends.
And the other thing of big note on this is treasure hunt. We're going for 36 shards. So it doesn't matter about the fiend kills. Fiend kills give you more shards. But it's all about finding them somewhere out in the world. Get 36. We already know where Temple of Fiends is. We can then move in and beat the game.
Question in chat by Jonathan Yoshi. Enemy shuffle is not on tonight. So we just have formations, but we do have Unleashed Warmac, which means we can find Warmac anywhere.
Yeah, Warmac takes the place of every single level 7 encounter. So anywhere that goes, he can be there. Gouda here digging through finds eventually that this leads to Sky 3. So there's a lot of chests here, so maybe able to pick up some shards here.
Finds unrunnable fire hydrants, but and it goes down. It was a good call to try to quake those, though. If that quake hit, he would have picked up a pile of levels there.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of experience sitting there for this. Ugh, hags with damage poison. Those seas are horrible.
The seas are really unsafe. You love to see it.
Gouda says, you know what, I've had enough attempting that and going over there. He's going to make his way over to provoke a Will, meanwhile, found out that the Sea Shrine eventually led to Bahamut, taking notes of that. So whenever we can promote, I mean, we know where that is at least.
We find Lefane.
Next to Lefane in the Elvish Castle is some more Sea Shrine.
This is the TFC room.
Yeah, this is the floor leading up going, yeah, normally take you to mermaids, but where it goes, who knows? So Will's gonna check up to Matoya here. Matoya leads to Marsh, the first floor of Marsh, so that's two entrances.
Ooh, first Warmech.
And and he's gonna fight it for the walls. I love it. Go for the 3 and 256. Come on, baby. No.
He probably just wants to know what the script is.
Yeah, this is 100% just imagine if it hits. And outside of that, let's see what he's got. Lit 2 so far, nothing's big on it, but you know, was probably hoping to see something like Nuke, to be honest, to at least know that it's there, or like a slow 2 or a Cure 4, but...
Ooh, Katana +4.
That's gonna be huge for that ninja. Oh my.
It's gonna be... That is definitely your steel chair against your Fiend fights tonight.
Yeah, that's a drop kick in the back. What, a light axe 5? Not bad, but man, once they're able to promote, that's gonna be one hell of a ninja.
Yeah, that light axe is actually a pretty good pickup too. With entrance and floor shuffle, you never know when you're gonna run amok, you know, an earth cave floor or something like that. So, you know, being able to smack down those 9-packs on undead with the light axe really helps.
Procate +1 on Will's side here, not too shabby either.
Question in chat: a force. A force is because this is a treasure hunt. We're looking for shards, and those shards, I guess, are called forces in this particular seed. And they'll need to find 16 of those before they can break the black orb in the Temple of Fiends. They don't actually need to kill the regular fiend fights tonight. But if they do, Carrie and Lich will be worth 2 force, and Tiamat and Kraken will be worth 4.
I believe the number today was actually 36, if I remember correctly, that we're looking for total. Let me double check that real quick, but I'm pretty sure it's 36.
You are correct. I just double checked the flags. Thank you for that correction. It is 36.
Yeah. Apologies if we get a few things opening here or there, but boy, oh boy, there's a lot of things that have been shuffled on this. We're gonna try and keep everything as straight as we can. I know Reese in the background will be madly typing and getting mad at us if we do something wrong, so you know, it'll happen. So still really haven't left much of this inner continent. I mean, there's been a lot of potential ways to go with Matoya's being that first floor of Marsh, which has 2 exits in it. You know, Will's still kind of going through things here and eventually ends up at Elfland Castle. And I think this is the north route of Marsh that he took to get here. Yeah, it was the north road of... or the south route of Marsh. One of them eventually, judging by the fact he's going north now, I'd assume he went the south route that eventually got him.
Guda is feeding some ogres some cake over here. Will found our unrunnable red Hydra friends.
Guda's found himself some fourth floor of Volcano, making his way down. That turns into... turns into some ice.
Finds ice bottom.
With that palette swap on it confused me for a second on Guda's side. Yeah, guillotine is on. We can't hooray dwarf. If we do, it's only one. And bad thing happens.
Ooh, giant frostwolf trap tile down here. Ooh, and they have cremate. Ugh.
That's a problem.
Probably gonna be revisiting Ice Cave later.
Yeah, that's not one you're going to be able to get through at this exact moment. Oh, it's our War Mech of the Seas. Fantastic. Group 7 comes back out with a vengeance. Will is trying to run out everything that he got with the Shard and the Flame Sword 3 and a few things he got out of here, and he does out of topside. So he did the whole, so then that means he's done everything topside that eventually led, I think all of topside led to that. I don't know if he completed all of the bottom side of Marsh out of Matoya or not.
But he did get that kill. He got a couple levels there too, so it's pretty big for Will making it out with a few levels there.
Yeah, he's like 6 or 7 already, which is great, but he'll find out that those Sahags have damage poison, and that'll put a kink in things. Meanwhile, Guda's making his way over to the Northwest Castle, and Marsh Entrance is going to see what those have for him. Drop a cabin here at the T, probably make his way to Northwest, see if it's anything special. And it's Elfland, or pardon me, Gaia. Got Gaia, so we've got level... We got a whole bunch of stuff, level 7 magic.
Ooh, cloth +4.
Yeah.
I like that.
For $7 too. That's super cheap.
Cloth +4 is actually really good because it's considered a chess piece, and chess pieces gain 2 absorb per number.
We've also got a Rapier +3, which is not horrible to have right off the bat.
I agree with Jonathan Yoshi in chat. Cloth +4 and cat +5. You can get some pretty nice absorb for cheap.
Yeah, you're already up to, 6 and something else, like 6 and 10 already. So you're like 15, 16 absorbed through that. So can't argue with that. Will talking up on heal pots, getting more cabins. The cabins are super cheap as well, which is really, really useful because you heal you have to save so much in the overworld going in between all of the exits and everything. So it's really good to have things for, it's really, really good to have all the real estate for you, and especially when it's that cheap. So that'll help moving around the overworld. Also worth noting that encounter rate on this, I believe, is 50% encounter rate overworld, 60% encounter rate in dungeons. I may have that inverse. So, you're not going to be getting as many fights either.
Will's going back to check out the rest of that marsh cave that he couldn't finish up.
Yeah, meanwhile, good. Actually, that encounter 7 is the first one off of the power cycle here in Marsh. And we found Provoke on Guda's side.
Life at level 2. Harm 3.
Life and Life 2 available in the first 2 levels. So as long as one white mage lives, you're going to be in good shape.
If Will hits this 3 and 256 in the Swarmak, he is going to get a pile of experience.
Oh, and a huge pickup here for Guda. We've got level 2 nuke. We've also got a $9,000 Cat Claw +4. Come on, Cat Claw strats.
We'll find in the first floor Mirage in here, there's a lot of boxes in here.
Leading to a dead end. So he now knows everything about this Matoyas, which is great. He knows that the north side eventually leads to Elfland Castle, and he's done all the chests on the top side. He just needs to check these ones here on this floor of Mirage. Meanwhile, Guda taking on Vicky and the Unsafe Pirates. They're going to get nuked, and they're not going to live through it.
Biggie has the chime, which is particularly important in these flags because it opens up another entrance for the runners.
We do have extended open, so there is that dock sitting right outside Mirage Tower in the desert there. So far, just seeing a whole lot of money on Will's side of wear -1. Who cares? Yeah, that's about it. Those chests pretty much were just cash at that point.
Level 1 Life 2 doing a lot of work. Ooh, Guda finds on-rack.
So, found a few towns now. We've seen Gaia, we've seen Provoca, we've seen Onrak. Of course, Corneria is Corneria. I'm gonna check out Earth now, and Earth is nothing at all. That is a dead-end Cardia Isle.
Sharks have Bane.
These are great tags with damage, poison, sharks with Bane. Oh, fantastic.
The sea is unsafe. Gerwolves have Cremate.
Ugh. So the grounds aren't too much better either. Thank God that it's a decreased encounter rate, or else it's really bad. Is that Mermaid Provoca? No, that was the that's the first floor, I think it was. Yeah, I think Provoca is the first floor up. Get back in there, Will. I wasn't paying attention for a second. Yeah, first floor sea shrine. We've got 2 entrances out of this that you can get back to.
So we definitely see some stuff. I don't think did Guda explore that Provoca entrance, or I don't think so.
I think he went over there and saw it quick and then dipped out. But I'm not. I remember he was sailing that direction. He may have gotten caught by the poison hags and said, "I need to get the heck off the water" at that point.
Will finds the first floor volcano on the mermaid side of Sea Slope. And then this looks like Sharknado.
Yeah, this is Sharknado floor for sure.
Wizard staff might not. I mean, we ain't got much right now, so the wizard staff.
Hey,
Will just lost.
Friend. Oh man, this encounter 7 seems to be shuffled at a high rate in every floor. It's great.
Ooh, the sentry punches Will. Unrunnable too.
Oh boy, this could be a problem.
Yep, Will smartly using Quake because that Bane's not gonna work on that sentry.
Oh, come on, turn order. We'll need some.
Guda's opening the boxes in Mirage 1, but isn't gonna find a whole lot.
Question from Plus Heals for the win. Can Chaos be killed with Fear or Bane spells in this version? Yes, it is possible. Every spell has a 3 in 256 chance to land. So there is a 3 in 256 chance that Bane hits and insta-kills him. There's a 3 in 256 that Fear hits, and since stats are shuffled, but in this one, boss stats in particular are between 100 and 300%, so you'd need a few Fears to land on a 3 in 256 for Chaos morale to drop low enough for him to run away.
And Will just getting that turn ordered by that Warmech with that lit too. Oh boy, he just can't catch a break on these Warmechs.
They're everywhere. It's fantastic. Oh, here Guda's finding out fantastic news that the first encounter is an Encounter 7 encounter here in Mirage, or in Marsh 1.
Will's getting punched by some Whiz Vamps there.
Good golly, they were hitting for a ton.
But Will is not giving up. He's, been thrown out of the ring many times, but he's just, jumping right back in.
Emerald City Saint getting beat down. Due to clearing out these chests that we've already seen, there's pretty much the only big thing of note here was there was a shard. I believe that was in here for him.
That flame sword will sell for a couple of dollars. Find some more spells or something.
Yeah, I think it was like I think it was priced at 3,000. It's like $1,800 for the sell. Not horrible.
Worth noting that I think Gouda has the advantage a little bit. The fact that he left the inner sea and went and got Nuke. I mean, it's not guaranteed, so Will doesn't know, right? It's gonna be pretty huge for when he decides to explore some of those areas.
Yeah, him checking out Melman, which ended up being Provoca, was huge for him. Getting that big damage AoE spell instead of relying on insta-kills is really important.
Will's making... Ooh, the Quake hit the sentry.
Trying to confuse him, trying to quake him, trying to anything him. He won't go down.
The sentry refuses to tap out.
He's just grabbing onto the rope, taking them. He's not going down. He's switched to Bane strats at this point. He's got nothing. Oh, he's gonna have to reset again. That's unfortunate.
Maybe he'll grow a crack inside now and find out what's down there.
Yeah. Mermaid side is not playing nice for him at all. We're just gonna check out this southern part, or walk this out from the north, but he got through everything. Save up, probably duck back in and check the southern part of Marsh 1, which I believe... Oh, he only got some of it done, but I don't think it's the southern part length all the way to Elfland Castle. So.
Can't remember what floor of Earth this is. It's like... Is this the one before Lich?
Yeah, that's Earth 5, the one right... Earth 4... Yeah, 4. The one right before Lich. 5 floors of Earth. Yeah. Vampires 3, this is the post-vampire, pre-Lich. That treasure chest at the top, and then another set of chests at the bottom left here that I'm sure Will make his way down and explore.
Get that bat out of the way. Boom.
See, that right there is the joy of NPC guillotine. What's that standing in my way? Don't think so.
Standing in my way? Super kick. Out of the way, bat.
There'll be no bat blocking in this game no more. One of the greatest additions to Randomizer.
Absolutely, just ask Jake Oper.
When you have to reset out of a match or out of a dungeon dive because you were literally wasting more time standing in front of bats. Ugh. The FFR special where everybody dies except one thing for AoE. Man, this one seems to have a huge amount of MDef compared to the rest for no particular reason, and I know it doesn't, but it seems like it because it's resisting this all day long.
This cockatrice is saying, I'm not a jobber today.
No. You're gonna have to slowly punch me down. I'm not breathing that crap in. Oh, finally.
Dragon Armor +4, or in this seed, money.
Fantastic armor can't be used. So Gouda clear out that pop, and then oh no, before he can get out, his buddy shows up. Finally able to get all the way out there. I think he's cleared everything out of that one now, so... Or he just needs to go refuel on some things.
Will finds the Bridge of Destiny.
Okay, so you have no Banes, which answers the question I was about to ask. Can I go kill Tiamat right now? Nope. See that cockatrice is guarding Tiamat.
Well, we'll try to run up the other side. He's going back in.
I think he's hoping that he gets a little bit better order. He's going to try and Bane Tiamat, just hoping he doesn't have to waste 17 Banes on that one cockatrice this time.
Yeah, he can just kind of go mode it, quote unquote, a little bit there, because there wasn't a lot to go off of in those boxes.
No, there was a dragon armor, which is fantastic if you were allowed to have a fighter in this, but nope.
I kind of like this by Will. I'm gonna give this one shot if I'm Will, and then if it doesn't work, I'm gonna leave, go do something else.
Yeah, if he can get the oh boy, this is unlucky.
Metal Slime said no way.
Gonna have to try and make it to the bridge first. Both players are here now. Gouda's gonna take his run at the mermaid side. We've seen this a couple of floors past this, but we don't know where it ends. Will was never able to get all the way through it.
Gouda might fare better with those nukes.
Oh yeah, he's got some actual damage spells to be able to kill some things here, where Will was running off of Quakes and Banes to hope and land.
Here's our friend the cockatrices.
There's always one that just doesn't seem to care about poison smoke. Oh, we've got a sandwich tile here on Gouda's side. Oh, Sharks have Blizzard, making the seas even better.
Those sandwiches didn't have much HP either. You can, get your protein right there to muscle up.
I love seeing a rapier swing and hit for 138 damage. That's fantastic.
That's why I think Blurst is my favorite flag in the beta right now.
Yeah, that just absolutely destroys things. We got a crit. They're also running a double crit rate on weapons as well. So when that thing 2 hits 2 crits, it does a lot of damage.
Unrunnable images.
Yeah. And, oh, here's Encounter 7 again for Gouda. It's everywhere.
Oh no. Whiz mummies with sleep.
Luckily, didn't do anything, so he's able to get away. He got a Zeus Gauntlet. Doesn't really care that it's -5, but loves the fact that it's going to be a free AoE for one of those white mages to be thrown around.
Absolutely, that's a huge pickup at this point in the run. I don't think Will has it either. I don't think he checked the boxes over there.
No, he didn't. I think he only got to the bottom right room before he got bounced. I think he may have checked Sharknado room itself as well, but I don't think much more than that.
Which is unfortunate. That really would have helped him against those cockatrices.
He would have had to be burning Banes on them. Will finally had enough with that Provoca entrance, and he's decided to finally start moving out which is going to end up paying huge for him, because if he gets out of this inner seat and just makes that first check to Melmond, it's going to be massive for him.
We might get our first look past the little maze there. More Cullens attacking Guda.
The Edward party pack out in full force here.
Boom! With a huge clothesline to two of those light warriors. Down they go.
They're not holding their punches tonight. My God.
These whiz vamps stop the match. Goodness. Tag team champs right there.
They had like 400 or 500 HP as well, because they got hit with like 3 harm 3s and did not care.
Speed Gaming 2 with the raid of 44. You are witnessing a slobber knocker of a match here, folks.
We've got an Irongol match between the Commish himself, guda632, and the Emerald City Saint WillBloodworth going on right now. This is a 10v11 match. Oof. It's a good one. We've got randomized everything, burst weapons, a bunch of other hilarious things, specifically War Mech Unleashed. He's every Group 7 encounter. Oh, it's good.
Guda had to go back for that Zeus gauntlet? Interesting.
Well, I'm guessing he wants it after getting his butt kicked by the whiz vamps on this floor.
Ah, you're right. I forgot that he got wrecked by those whiz vamps.
Oh man, WillBloodworth just killed a dragon.
What did that dragon ever do to you, Will?
Oh, and at the end of this side is mermaids. Huh.
It's been randomized. We will find out if this is an incentive. We don't know if it is. It is not.
Well, just got a couple of shards in there, nothing special.
Guda gained some valuable information here. He knows that something's loose.
Yeah, that's right. Since those locations are tri-stated, we're not sure. By doing some quick maths, which is never a good idea to do, they had 22 items, because they have 4 quote-unquote bonk items that were there, and there are 4 tri-stated areas, being the 4 fiend dungeons in this. So finding out that there would have been 22 locations that potentially held things, knowing for sure now that one of them doesn't, there's at least one loose somewhere out there. Now Guda's just got to make the long walk out of this.
We had a question in chat. Are there more than 36 shards? And looks like the answer to that is yes, there are. There's. Yep, for those just joining us, this is treasure hunt mode. So when the runners open up a treasure chest that has a force in it, it is actually a shard that they have to collect 36 of in order to be able to break the black orb and go 2,000 years into the past to defeat chaos. And the fiends also reward a couple of those. Lich and Carrie provide 2, and Tiamat and Kraken provide 4.
Yeah, and we already know where Temple of Fiends is. So as soon as we get to 36, we can run straight in and get going.
Not quite. We still need the loot and the key.
Yeah, that's right. We need items. Items, right. Yeah, not Fort Topher, forgot that.
Was that Warmech on Guda's side? It was. Warmech is unleashed, and so he is everywhere.
Yeah, any Group 7 encounter that you would normally get somewhere, that's Vormec. And I gotta say, a lot of Group 7 seems to have been shuffled, common rarity, because we've seen a lot of him already.
I think Warmech is the first encounter off the power cycle in the Marsh split. Oh, that's Matoya's at the Matoya.
Oh, 100% he is there for sure, yes. So if you want to grind Warmech, you know where you can.
Just doing a mini grind on these sandwiches. He's a little hungry, getting some sandwiches.
Which is a really good idea. Getting some quick levels here. Once you're able to find that key and that loot, you know where Temple of Fiends is. We know where Bahamut is. We've seen him already too. If you can find that tail, you've got a +4 katana. Whew, you'd be in a pretty good shape.
Absolutely.
Will's still here in the inner sea, hasn't left yet, and Melman sitting just out there is really, really big for him to get to, because Melman is Provoca, and Provoca holds Nuke at level 2, which is by far the best AoE you can get. Especially with the magic we've seen right now. There was no damage AoE at level 1 available to us. So they got him. Will in particular has to start making his way towards this out of the inner continent, because that's gonna be big if once he does that, because all the time he's spending looking through here on more on the inner continent, it's giving Gouda more of an opportunity to get levels and just get bigger.
Have we seen Marsh yet? Is this our first look? No, it's the cube block. I think Gouda checked that too.
Yeah, Gouda looked at this really early on to get. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Gouda looked at this early on, thought, and obviously don't have a cube though.
Perilous with Thunder. He was just checking the trap tile, I think.
Yeah. Gouda going back in now, getting baned by sharks, and their bane hits 4 for 4 because that's what enemy bane does. We're not cockatrices, we can't resist that.
Will's mortal enemies, the cockatrices, showing back up here.
Yeah, so Gouda's about to run into Tiamat here shortly. I believe this side eventually leads to... Is this the one that led to Tiamat? Yeah, Tiamat is after the floor, if I remember correctly.
You are correct, and I think Gouda can take Tiamat at this point.
It would be interesting to see if he's got... he'll have the nukes if he wants. He can attempt the Bane on it. He can attempt Bane. He's got a +3 Rapier. Who knows?
Will finds Gaia. Level 7 Fade, I didn't notice that earlier, but that's gonna be promotion.
Yeah, I don't think Gouda checked magic here at all. He kind of came in, checked checked the armor shop, saw those cloth 4s, and that was about all that he looked at in here, if I remember correctly.
Will
May have
opens
checked
the armor
weapons
shop,
too.
pauses, and goes, "Yeah, I'll take some cloth +4."
Yeah, thinking about it for a second, like, isn't this good now?
And that's why I love blurs. You never see the status screen unless you're running the blurs.
Yeah. It's great. It may start making you think it's like, is this weapon actually useful? Oh, that's right. There was also the Rapier 3s here, which Guda ended up buying. So now Will's finally getting some equipment. That's going to be good. He's going to be able to start doing something else other than just throwing beams and quakes at things. And logically, it seems like the next step is going to be heading out of here. And hopefully that first stop being Melman, which ends up being Provoca to get him nuke, and he's going to feel a lot better about his chances of doing things then.
We're seeing the advantage that Guda went looking for spells early in the run, whereas Will just decided to try to explore the entrances. But Guda finding even that harm 3 has been really helpful in his exploration.
Yeah, and Guda's making a run up the bridge. He's going to see if he can get there. He's going to see if he can take Tiamat on right now. It's going to be an interesting fight. I think he can do it. I think he may need to bane it, but it's possible.
I think with the proper turn order in Invis 2, you might be able to get through it with damage. If Tia didn't roll high evade and stuff, you got that rapier.
Yeah, we are looking at clamped bosses though, 100 to 300%. So you're not gonna get anything soft per se. Soft is vanilla in this instance. So who knows where this could go. Oh yeah, Bane
we're
strat.
Bane. Going Bane.
First time no go. 3 for 39 from the rapier. I mean, I've seen worse. You punch hard.
There goes Dan. Appropriate.
Yeah. Dan? Seems to have hit the dirt. Oof. It's a hit on that Black Mage. Can't afford that. Needs him to be up because he's the one who's got to throw the poison.
Breathe the smoke, Tiamat. Breathe the smoke.
Getting cockatrice in here. Just don't want to do it.
Although if this Tiamat's punchy, you could Zeus Gauntlet him down. Take a while, but
That would be one long fight. But it already seems like the Invis 2 stacks are doing work. He's missing now with through. I think it's the 4th Invis 2. So he's got the evasion. It seems like to be missing it.
we got the drink strats. Juice and dark up. There we go.
Give him the smoke. And that's 4 force for him. That's fantastic for Guda.
Yeah, because the scaling is set to 50% per orb or 8 shards. So that's huge. That EXP bump for Guda is going to allow him to, gain a lot of levels fast.
Yeah, that's huge. Getting over that first quarter.
Will is fighting a boss over here. This Frosty.
Yeah.
In the bit trying to zap it.
2 hits for 104 from that rapier. Heal stick coming out, trying to keep people topped out. It won't go down. The long pause of, if I just reset now, is this worth it?
It was like, well, I'm getting free heal pots. Maybe it's okay. That rapier hit for 52 on a Frosty. That's pretty good.
He's got like 150 damage to this thing already. Oh, fun with it. Looks like we're gonna be holding hands here through Dwarf, which is Volcano to stuff. Volcano to Ice. So we're gonna check out what's in this chest. This is incentivized, so we're gonna get something out of it.
I'm gonna find this trap tile with cremate frost wolves.
Able to run
Just gets
away though. Yeah, it's just scum.
It's a better trap tile to take than the frost wolves. Though.
Yeah, it's always a decent one, especially for that, because you're like, I just want to check one chest. Please don't be something horrible. That's just gonna keep me here forever. Guda already up to 17 on some of his characters. He's checked those chests already. He knows they're nothing special. He's been here a little bit. He wasn't able to pass this tile, so now he's into uncharted territory for himself.
Ooh.
Floater. So we can get in the air. We are at extended open progression, so there is a dock right outside there. Right outside the Ryukon Desert. So we can go straight to our floater and get our with our floater to our airship. And Guda's not going to be far behind him. He's just going to be picking it up in a second as well.
You know, this is good for Will. Guda was really ahead on exploration done, where Will was not. But if Will makes it out with this floater, then he wisely not.
He's not even caring about that tile right now. He wants to save. I wonder if he goes back in and checks it. No, he's gonna go straight for Ryukon now. He doesn't even care. I'll come back and deal with the bottom floor of ice later.
I kind of like this play by Will. He knows that if he comes in and he gets the floater, he can go find all the towns because we don't have deep towns on. He can get some spells, check the shops, get some better equipment, and then make more meaningful dives once he has all that information.
Yeah, and like we said, like it's right there at Melmond is Provoca with Nuke, and that'll feel so much better once he sees that.
If we're gonna see Will, you can sleep on a cabin on your boat, and makes it so he doesn't have to get any overworld encounters. And Guda finds the bottle through the incentive chest there.
Yeah, Guda decided with his levels, having that nuke, and he's gonna find Provoca right now before he even gets to the Ryukon. He's gonna see Harm 3, he's gonna see Life, and then he's gonna go down to the Black Magic. He's going to see Nuke and probably go, why, oh why did I not check this? We got another Warmech. Guda runs. Guda getting out with both.
Buy it, Will. Buy the cat claw. No.
Cat Claw 4, you gotta come on. Warmech of the Sea. He's everywhere.
That Warmech encounter seems very common.
Yeah, that level 7 and that group 7 encounter has come up so many times. Like, it's been shuffled to the front of the table, it seems like, in every zone. He just wants a friend to play with. He's following you everywhere. Will gonna take out Vicky, be able to get his chime, open that up for him, but Ryukon Desert first. Let's see if they're gonna get nuked before they can do anything as well.
So it looks like Guda's gonna be in the air just before 51 minutes.
there's a huge level disparity right now. Like Guda's at 17 and Will's just hitting 9. Oof. You know, that's what that power of that nuke coming from Provoca. He's been able to take so many extra fights. See that Crescent is topside marsh, so this is a quick chest and you're done with this location.
Yeah, because of those access to nuke, Gouda was able to, grind on those sandwiches for a bit and get some extra levels. So that's
He was also checked out and found out where Gaia was at Northwest beforehand, which was big too because it got him that +3 rapier, so he hasn't had been as reliant. He got that Zeus gauntlet. He's had a lot of things that have helped to be able to kill things for him.
Gouda checks Crescent Lake and finds the top of Marsh and comes away with a shard. So that's pretty.
Full of locations here. Come into Volcano to find Elfland. Alright, here's some level 3 and 4 magic. Oh, Warp. That's huge.
Warp is absolutely critical in Floor Shuffle. That's very good.
Got Heal 2, which will help for a little bit. And also, as Jonathan Yoshi pointing out, that we've got Saber, which is Ninja Learnable, which is very, very good as well.
Because I don't believe we've seen Temper yet, have we?
No, we have not. Question in chat, did we see the ice incentive? Yes, it was Bottle. Gouda did it. We haven't opened it, but Gouda did go through and we found out that Bottle was sitting in our ice incentive chest. Fire 3 and Ice 3 at level 4. Now we're getting a whole bunch of AoE spells. Gouda's gonna be rolling here now.
Have we seen the shuffled vendor item yet?
No, we have not. We've checked out a bunch of item shops, but it hasn't come up yet. So Buckler plus Pro Ring +5. Oh, that's fantastic.
The Copper +4 is not looking too bad.
That's some fantastic armor in this shop to be able to purchase. Even a Buckler +1 isn't awful. Wow. Ice's Waterfall on will bypass Volcano because he should. Okay, he is gonna check this because he's gonna need to check this and be very happy that he did. He's gonna find all this magic. He's gonna find those pro rings. He's gonna find that copper 4. He's gonna find, most importantly, warp, which is essential for, as you said earlier, for any floor and entrance shuffle.
The tricks you can do with warp are just great. It's great for checking splits. You get with it being at level 3, you get a bunch of charges. You can, it can be a makeshift exit. You can just warp back all the way out. It's just, if there's a nasty floor with a lot of, for example, we see the sharks with the Bane. You can just, if you have to walk something back out, you can warp past the seafloor. It's awesome.
Yeah. Question from Cyclone: what are our flags for this? Shuffled floor and entrance, blurst weapons, clamped 100 to 300% bosses. Warmech is unleashed for every group 7 encounter. We're shard hunting for 36 shards. I think that's the majority of the important things. Gouda here, running right through Waterfall. See out of bounds that. Get a Gurmadusa tile. Ooh, this is a great grind tile.
These are the jobbers we were looking for. They are going to be taking a lot of losses tonight.
Yeah, and with a one-floor dungeon like this right at the entrance, you have warp. You can burn all your charges, and a Sun Sword +3, and one of our required endgame items in the key. That's fantastic.
Yeah, Gouda is, a loot and some shards away from go mode. Because remember, folks, we need that rod, the oxale, or the cube necessarily.
No, and we already know that Corneria Castle is. My God, did Dan just one punch? Pardon the pun. That Gurmedusa. That was a 1 damage punch by the white mage to kill a Gurmedusa. But as I was saying, Corneria Castle is Temple of Fiends, so we know where that is.
We will not be killing very many Gurmedusas anymore. They have toxic.
Don't we have pro rings?
Is toxic not poison? Is it death?
I don't remember. Man, one day I'm gonna really memorize everything. I keep like it's this, and then I'm like, I don't remember anymore. Yeah, I thought toxic. Yeah, thank you, Simple Star. I was like, I thought toxic was death. Yeah. Well, we got a slab. We know where Lefane is, but we don't know where Melmond is to be able to translate it yet.
So either Dan got 3 and 256, or it was meant to be, the namesake.
Yeah, it's quite incredible that he's the one who got hit with it. If it was a 3 and 256 that he didn't have it equipped, or didn't have it equipped, I'm not sure which way it was, but either way, Dan, and he's got life and life 2 charges for days, so this is a completely intentional danning of Dan at this point. On Will's side, we've got the backside of Titan's Tunnel check, and that looked like it led to Earth 2. Yeah, Earth 2 here. And Gouda's gonna burn all these Fire 3 charges and everything. Completely wipe out the Gurmedusa population. Not only that, they're super bad on their, they're really getting first struck every time, too. He's getting ambush on them pretty much every time.
Yeah, and with the pro rings that Gouda picked up, doesn't have to fear that toxic. Thanks for Simple Sarah for throwing that up in chat a little bit ago. But so yeah, he's gonna get a lot of levels here.
Yeah, I don't know if Dan had a pro ring, and if Dan didn't have a pro ring, it was probably by design.
I mean, at this point, it has to be by design, right? Like you said, he has life charges for days.
Yeah. Will here's found a fire hydrant tile here on Earth 2. We've seen them a few times, but we haven't really seen them with anything that's able to be killed, so... Oh, they were going down easy, though, so that's good.
And Willow's at level 10.
Yeah, while Gouda's at 24. And, Will looks like he's gonna dip out for a second, go pick up some more houses and other things, because I believe the item shop here sold houses. Or just needed to restock up. Somewhere sold houses, because I know Gouda bought a bunch of them.
I must have missed that on the item shop there that sold the houses, but...
Yeah, it was either Gaia's shop or the Provoca item shop that had it, because Gouda picked up a pack of them.
Question in chat, why are there so many more circles in the menu at the moment? That is the 36 shards they need to find in treasure chests to be able to crack the black orb. Yep, the orbs, Tiamat and Kraken's orb counts as 4, and Liches and Carries count as...
Yeah, so killing your fiends, you still get rewards for them. They still help towards your total shard count to be able to make it through to get to the end of the game.
Worth noting, you do have to step on the orb tile. It's not, you don't get the reward from actually defeating the fiend. You have to step on the tile to get it.
Yeah, same thing applies to same orb rules apply as when after killing the fiend, you don't actually light your orb until the little animation thingy happens. So you can exit out after killing a fiend and not get credit for it. Oh,
Good to find a rod block. This could be an incentive just though.
Yeah. Interesting that Earth 2 leads to Earth 3. So here's a good chance for Will to really get some levels back here. He bought the 3 pro rings on his character, so that toxic isn't going to be a big deal. He's found these Gur Medusas. He's going to be able to buff himself up here and get some good levels through all this.
Yep, and in short order as well.
Yeah, he can finally start getting himself out of the low teens in levels.
Worth noting, it's going to be a little slower on Will's side than it is on Guda's side, because Guda defeated Tiamat and got the EXP bonus.
Is he at, I don't know his shard count at this point, if he's hit 8 or not. Oh my god, he's slaughtering the bats! He's slaughtering the bats!
Gouda went into the party bat room and is slaughtering them, and then the red hydras show up to defend those bats. All the people are coming out of backstage to stop Gouda's onslaught.
Not fair! Oh, now
is that just a Hydra spike tile in there?
Yeah, it is. That's a half-decent spike tile, and he's gonna take it while horribly murdering bats at the same time.
I never knew that this room had spike tiles. That's actually good to know.
Yeah, it's that room where you walk in it and you're like, why would I ever take any more steps than the first step in this room? Oh, he's done with his genocide. Lame. Didn't even finish it.
He left those 3 bats up to remember him by. They'll know.
Tell your friends about me. So Gouda's gonna take out the last couple chests here. We do know that vampire chest is tri-stated, so it could be an incentive, it could be a nothing, but we're gonna find out in a second here. But first, a vampire.
First, the local talent.
Okay, so that was a hit for 77. There's a canoe. Yay, okay. Ordeals is open now, I guess.
The waterfall entrance is now open too.
Yeah. Not nearly as exciting as you'd hope for something. I mean, I know Guda was hoping for a loot there, be able to know that he's in pretty darn much go mode once he gets his cards, but he's got a couple more entrances open to him.
Circle of Sages had the slab, but I think we'll check that already. We knew that.
Yeah, Will got that, and we do know that Lefane is down in Elfland, but we have no idea where Melmond is to be able to translate it yet.
With that canoe is a huge pickup for Guda, because that means that they can go to any entrance in the game.
Yeah. All entrances are now open to him. He can check everything.
Will is headed back to his nemesis, the provoke entrance.
He really wants to finish this off and find out what's here. And those sharks, they've got Blizzard, they've got Bane, they've got a whole bunch of stuff.
And the Shark Brothers are a nasty tag team tonight.
Gonna be able to turn in this bottle that we got from Ice. We're gonna see what the little tiny fairy has for us. Okay, we've got a ruby. We've got no idea where Titan is, but we've got a ruby.
I think Will has to hope here that the loot is loose and in some place that Guda doesn't think to check.
He wants to kill Tiamat here. He's been eyeing up this Tiamat fight for a while now. He wants to get this done with. And for Will, he's able to fire off something that isn't Bane at the cockatrices and they die instantly. That's gotta feel good on his side.
Ooh, the cube was the vendor item in the Oasis. Very nice.
Yeah, and we saw Cube Lock was at Dwarves, I believe it was. Sarda here. Sarda's going to give us a crown.
Meanwhile, Will is trying to Bane Tiamat here.
I'm a big fan of how Will got ambush on Tiamat. That must have been like while he was given his Tiamat was given his speech, like I am the fiend of the air. You're never. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you fighting me already?
And the Bane, Will makes Tia breathe poison smoke, and he is got an air orb lit that'll net him 4 forces, and he will be on his way somewhere else to try to continue.
Yeah, question in chat from I'm gonna butcher this. Claro. Let's go with Claro. What the numbers after that? Their weapons could either be blessed or cursed, as chat is kind of pointing out. So if you don't see anything next to it, like next to the number, it's just the number itself. That means it's blessed. It can go up to 5, increasing its stats by 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, dependent on what it is. Some get 5 times 2 or 4 times 2, dependent on the certain things. So it makes their stats better. And conversely, when it's minus a number, if you see minus that, then the weapon or item is cursed and has worse than vanilla stats by the same.
I didn't quite see what entrance Guda walked into, but he found the spider room, which may be incentivized, and it is.
It is, yeah. Waterfall with spider room, so he's gonna duck out and vanilla adamant, yep. Everyone's right. Insert obligatory comment here. Thank you, Jonathan Yoshi, for inserting an obligatory comment here.
Vorpal +1.
Not as good as Katana +4, that's for sure. I think they really want to find a tail somewhere with that. With both of them holding on to a Katana +4, that's going to help so much. The amount of damage that they'll be able to pump out will be so big.
Ooh, the armory.
Volcano 2. So now, Will's gonna try. Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, is he fighting the Warmech? He's just trying to punch it to see what'll happen.
I hope one of our runners does decide to fight one of these Warmechs at some point.
Oh yeah, for sure. At some point they gotta turn around and say, you've been chasing me long enough. That's a wooden stick +5. Does that make the wooden stick viable to swing?
It does. If you find that early, you could swing it.
Even now, I guess if a black mage didn't want to burn a charge on something piddly.
The tail cannot actually be in Temple of Fiends. Key items cannot be in the Temple of Fiends Revisited. They could be in the key lock chests in there, but in Temple of Fiends, but not past the Black Orb.
Yeah, the game's not that cruel.
I would like to see a flag put into where items that aren't required to beat the game could appear in the Temple of Fiends Revisited, but I think I'm alone in wanting that, probably.
To imagine if it was like a validation chest key, how annoying that would be. Like, but it's like not even if it's not technically required, not, but just so that it allows it to pass the sanity check. That technically a validation chest key could exist because, or even loot, because you only need it to get past that point. Oh, that would be fantastic. And that's, yeah, we did see Cat Claw 4, but in tail. But for sure, you put that Cat Claw 4 on the wizard when you get it. You have to. You go back and you buy it specifically for that.
I mean, the black wizard has Saber. That Cat Claw +4 and Saber. We got our damage dealer.
Oh, yeah. Right, that's it. Mage carries everything.
Will wisely using warp to get out of the dungeon, but is going to walk through that floor because it's only one step to get out.
Yeah,
because the damage tiles don't advance the encounter table. Veteran move.
Yeah, that's a really good use and understanding of the floors that he was in before. Knowing what he can, where he should and shouldn't use warp, had just enough to get out too. So that was really, really smart play by Will.
Extremely smart play by Will, and I was actually gonna scold him for not warping out of mermaids because it's actually faster, but he was managing his charges extremely well, and shows why he's playing and I'm talking.
Why I only talk. Guda gone through. He's done a lot of all the chest checks and everything. I think he finally cleared out everything on this floor now, warps out, rehouses, and comes in, and we've got ourselves a Kraken floor. So he's gonna go and take out Kraken here.
This is nice. This is basically finding a treasure chest that contains 4 forces.
Yeah, I don't see him having any issue with killing Kraken here whatsoever. This will be very, very quick, I think.
With 300% clamp bosses, we're probably going to see Guda try to dig up this tail no matter where it's at, too.
Yeah, you need that. And with double crit on for those weapons, a +4 katana with double crit, oh man, it would be able to chew through pretty much any absorb that anything comes out. You know, that throws out at 300%.
Interesting on Guda's side, he brought Dan back up.
Oh no, his Bane caster gets hit. He's gonna have to chip this with a rapier. I don't know if it's possible.
You got a Zeus gauntlet.
Got Forecast of Invis 2 up, so sleep comes out, that's annoying.
You were saying he wasn't gonna have any problems.
Yeah, well, you know, caster curse, that's what we do.
Kraken Honda coming out with a big fire too. I don't think any of our runners have found any ribbons, have we? Have they?
Oh, we haven't, and one of them is in the incentive pool, so there's only 2 of them out there. Unless that third one ends up being loose as well. So this fight may not be as oh boy, I don't know how he's gonna do this, to be honest.
That might be the only ribbon we get, Ilmars. It's random treasures.
Yeah, that's true. It could have rolled into nothingness. Gotta Zeus this down for a long time. This has got anywhere between 8 and 2400 HP, so buckle up, this could be a long one.
I'd almost consider resetting out at this point. I don't know. Chipping at 100 damage around.
That's not horrible if you keep it at around 100, but oh, that was a great Zeus roll.
Look at that rapier doing work.
That's a fasted Honda now. Oh, here we go. Let's see him reach out and touch someone now. I know you've got his charges up, but still, any crit. Oof.
Will finds Lich. I didn't see what entrance he was in. He was exploring because I was paying attention to Kraken.
He's at the Cardia Isles now. So this is the one of the Cardia Plains entrance. So we got simultaneous fiend fights here. I think this one's gonna go a little bit faster though on Will's side with Harm 4s and nukes coming up. Oh, Guda takes him down, chips him down.
He low roll on the lower end of things, so that's good for Guda.
The 1 damage punches are coming out all day here. It's great.
Will takes down Lich at a much easier time than Guda had against Kraken.
Yeah, that Dan knows exactly when to come out and just give the love tap. I expect Dan to be the one who 1 damage hit Chaos for the win here.
Guda was trying to turn the airship into an air boat there.
Well, now Guda's come here to the Cardia Isles and has found Lich as well. Guda also has... Wow. So the 2 entrances in the Cardia Forest are literally the back and front entrances of Titan's Tunnel. Huh. They just relocated Titan's Tunnel to that, to there. Oh, we found Melman's here too. We do have a slab and we do know where Lefane is, so we can get that translated and turn that in for an item.
Guda, meanwhile, makes quick work of Lich.
And it's even the correct way, too. The front entrance right there. It's like almost the same tile spread, too, from these two. It was destined to be like that. And, oh, there's that tail. That's going to be huge. We can start swinging that katana. Oh, that's fantastic. We got Speed Gaming coming in with a rate of 146. Hello to you. Welcome to this great race between WillBloodworth, the Emerald City Saint, and the Commissioner himself, guda632. We've got floor and entrance shuffle. We've got roaming Warmech. As you can see, he's everywhere. He's attacking Will right now. We're on a shard hunt looking for 36 pieces of the Force. Yeah, it's been good. Guda's got a bit of a lead at this point in time. But Will's only a couple plays away from being able to really pull himself back in this.
Will's battling this chicken. I like it.
He's had enough of this chicken chasing him. He's taking it on.
Guda gets promoted. He's got that ninja to swing that katana for. That's absolutely huge. I didn't see any good spells that were promotion locked yet. Did you?
Not 100%. We've kind of been jumping back and forth here. Sports Cafe, the ruby came from the tiny fairy, which you needed the bottle, which was the incentive out of ice to get. Ugh, this Warmech ain't playing friendly, though.
We might see Guda fight a Warmech.
No, Quad X didn't land. Ooh, boy. It's the end of that. Oh. What's that?
Man.
You want to fight me again? I'm still here.
So I heard you wanted to fight.
Oh, we found a cat claw +4. We don't need to buy it. Throw it on that. Throw it on that black mage. Come on, Guda, do it. Oh, he is too. Fantastic.
Yeah, I want to see some Black Wizard melee strats.
There we go. Will is intent on taking down this Warmech. He's going for it.
At 300% clamped. Oh, Guda says finds a Warmech and says no. Guda finds Marsh Bottom. Gonna open the boxes here probably.
Yeah, and he does have the key, so he can check everything here too.
Oh, that was huge. Ribbon +3.
Ooh. And Marsh wasn't incentivized, so it was loose sitting there too.
Correct, you are. And it is not just, stylish wearing it down to the ring. It actually protects you from all elements as well.
Yeah,
it gives a bit of a absorb.
Yeah, I believe it's base 8 absorbed, so that's pretty snazzy getting +3 on that. We got our shuffled color maze as Will finds Ordeal. Gonna check this trap tile, find out it's Will Wolves. He doesn't care about those.
We'll make a nice use of the warp spell there to try to go back a floor from when he was in that room.
Warmack just chased him into Temple of Ordeals. He will not leave him alone.
I think that's the first nuclear we've seen, though, right?
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen him use any skill. It seems like he's just been punch happy the whole time and throwing out like lit twos.
Our runner's high-fiving again.
And that pillar at the very end takes you all the way back to the beginning. So Will is through the maze. I'm sure Guda's gonna be not too far behind him here. So we're gonna see what Ordeals has for us. We got some force, some more force. Those pro rings +5, but we already bought all of those because proof as soon as we found them, why wouldn't ya?
Nice amount of forces. Will knows not to check that chest because he already grabbed it because it's linked to the one by the trap tile there.
Yeah.
Good memory there. And finds the power gauntlet, which is incentivized.
Yeah, that's one of our 4 quote-unquote bonk items that come in that in the pool. We've got the defense, the ribbon, the bonk, and the opal bracelet that are all in the incentive pool.
So we can give that to our cat-clawed black wizard.
That's right.
And get our swings on.
Yeah, he's gonna learn fast himself, throw on a couple power bonks. You're not stopping him.
And with that force pickup, Guda is pretty close to having enough forces to get into Temple of Fiends. They just need to find a loot.
Yeah, we need a loot and 4 force, it looks like, on his side.
I love the chat tonight. Just clip in stuff. I am still here, humans. That's awesome. Yeah. It's been a great race. And
yeah, Cyclone is our resident Warmech talker. He's fantastic for it. I always enjoy hearing when he's commentating and they find Warmech. He does a fantastic impression.
It's Zozo Melmanon. Yes.
Oh. Come on, Warmech, follow him into town.
Can Warmech appear with Zozo Melman?
I think because is the vampire that appears because I believe the vampire is considered the group 7 encounter that can occur in Zozo Melman.
Fast at level 5 is a nice find, you know. It makes sense for the rare encounter in Zozo Melman to be the vampire, because isn't the vampire terrorizing Melman in the vanilla game?
Yes, that's correct. It's the vampire who's caused all the problems in Melman. He's the one who blew up the church and the item shop, apparently.
No item shop in Melman always wrecked me.
Oh, we've got a huge pickup on Guda's side. That's the loot. He's waiting on 4 force shards, and he's go.
Only 2 if he can find carry.
Yeah, I mean, he's killed every other fiend already, too. got the cubes. We can finally check this and find out what's behind this cube lock.
If he can escape the Thunder Paralisks.
Yeah. Oh, it's Astos. He does have a crown, so we can check this out. Opal Gauntlet -4.
I don't even know if that's better.
Yeah, I was
It
just
might
gonna
not.
say, that's probably gonna be close, but man, Astos has some evade. He just dodged that ninja swing. Check out these key lock chests. I doubt he's gonna check trap tiles. He really doesn't. Well, he might want a couple of levels. I don't know how many though. Two to go. We are two forces away. So close at this point now. Jonathan Yoshi, no, we do not know where Carrie is at this point. If we'd have seen her, she'd be dead.
I think we're getting our first look at the chime entrance here.
Yeah, ooh, blue steak too. Blue steak is thick. Blue steak is really thick.
Very thick, wow. It gave us a couple of levels, but we won't be partaking in too much steak, I don't think.
Oh, that is some extra thick prime rib at that point.
Will needs quite a few more shards before he's able to enter go mode here. So you better hope that Topher is nasty.
Yeah, but even if Topher is nasty, his levels are not too great right now. Turns out that Chime just eventually led to some chests from Cardia, so nothing special there. Here's Corneria. We can talk to the king and the princess.
Opens up another entrance. That's nice.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen dwarves though yet to be able to turn that TNT in though.
Or the adamant, but you are correct, Mars. We have not seen the dwarf cave either.
Well, that's one of the forces he needs. He's one off now. I think that's it. Ooh, and a loose herb. Oh, it was only one. I was looking at someone else's. So he's one off now. We're one treasure chest away, potentially.
Yeah, but once Gouda finds that forest, I imagine that his levels are good enough for at least a preliminary try.
Yeah, I mean, up to 300% can be super annoying with some things, but you've got a pretty good damage dealer in that with that +4 katana. So I think you give it a go. You're 28 with that ninja. I think you definitely give it a go, see what happens.
I mean, you're pretty safe too. You have 2 white mages. If you get, backroad by Kraken Honda or anything like that, you're gonna be able to revive yourself. There's a Warmech. We're fighting it. Yes.
Finally, he's had enough. He's had enough being chased. He said, "Let's go."
Invis 2 coming out. Nuke. Did not see how high it rolled. Invis 2.
I think it was 346. It's a good roll. Ooh, boy, that's some evasive Warmech.
And I have not seen Locke yet. Or not that anybody's picked it up.
I think Locke was level 1 black. I think Will picked up Locke with his Black Mage at level 1. And that is a super evasive Warmech. It has to be like a 5-hit Katana at this point, and it's hitting 1. And only with a crit, so that means the only reason it's getting hit is because of that crit rate.
Gouda saying, "I'm gonna nuke you down, Warmech."
He's banking on those nukes. He's cure 4ing that Black Mage. He knows that that's where the damage is going to come from.
What he doesn't know about that Warmech who has nuclear, but doesn't want to use it apparently.
Yeah, he is very spell and punch happy. He does not care about his skills, even though his skills are very good. Alright, let's try our fasted Katana. Even that's only hitting once. Ooh. I think this may be the only Warmech fight we're gonna see, given how this is going.
Yeah, this Warmech is very evasive.
Super evasive, shrugging off like 6 nukes at this point. It does not want to take this at all. Finally.
And down it goes. Level 30 on that ninja. Ooh.
25,000 experience for everybody because of that XP buff.
I really like Gouda's play there of just warping out and saving that fat stack of experience you worked so hard for. Now your Topher run is really nice at this point.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, both going towards the same side with the same fights. One of these things had crack, and it did some serious damage to WillBloodworth's side. I didn't see if it was the Evil Man or the...
Ooh, a white shirt +4. That's nice.
That's a great pickup, and even more importantly, the final force for Gouda.
That white shirt +4 is actually a really good piece of armor for this fight.
Yeah. Usually equivalent to gold, but with that extra on it as well, yeah, that's fantastic. So we know where Temple of Fiends is. This is all about, does Gouda feel good enough of where he is to do it? Yes, Cyclone, that does mean that Carrie does not die in the future.
Unless Gouda wants to find that incentivized ribbon. That can be the only thing I can think of that maybe would make the Temple of Fiends run a lot nicer.
Yeah, because he's only got the one so far, so finding another one would definitely be useful. I don't know what else gear-wise he really wants. I mean, no one's going to say no to Masa that you can throw on anyone. Defense Sword is also really, really nice. It's incentivized. But other than those, I really don't know what gear he's really digging for at this point.
It just has to be either the ribbons or that Mazza.
Yeah, I mean, defense, like I said, too, that being in the incentive pool is also really convenient because if you ever need to man mode something, power bonk plus defense, just, you can do some work with that.
Maybe the defense sword, but I mean, with the white shirt and 2 invis 2s.
Yeah, you could
Not really
two-turn. You could two-turn Cap if you gave that white shirt, even just for the turn here. Black Mage, if you really wanted, in 2 turns, you'd be. He's tanning someone. Someone's about to. Oh my god, he's turned heel on his own guys. He's turned heel on his own guys. Oh no. I think Dan.
You hate it. What a betrayal.
Oh. NWO on the big show all over again.
I knew we shouldn't have trusted the commissioner.
Oh. My god. What's he doing? Yeah, I think Dan's about to get the chair in the back. He doesn't even know it. He doesn't even know it. Well, he has his choice of danning whoever. We're about to find out what's happening. Oh. Oh, bye, Whiteman.
It was their friend. Dan was their friend.
Dan and CC. No, my god. My god.
I hope these Agamas have, 600 HP.
Death Touch Agamas. Let's go.
That would be so rude.
That's insult.
Oh, I was hoping to see that cat claw swing.
Yeah. He's got a cat claw on them. Come on, use it.
Will finds the first floor of Earth Cave.
I assume that's the floor after this, because I don't think he left from here, and I know they were both in there at the same time. I was getting too distracted by Guda turning heel on his own men.
Yeah. How far is Guda taking this ground?
I wish I knew, specifically because they are playing with the fix on with the thief for their accuracy hit, so I know they get like a ton of hits for 7 or 8, like they can get 7, 8 hits for things, but I don't remember the break points on.
3 hits, 104 from that cat claw.
It's out now. Here we go. You know what it is? This is all about getting the cat claw to like the 5-hit zone as well. That's what this is. So it looks like Guda's going to be taking this for a while. Like I said, I wish I remembered the break point on the new updates of this, but I could see him taking this while. He wants to make sure he's in a position now, like he's got all his force, he's got both items that he needs. This is all about just finishing this out to where he feels he is at a comfortable level. Probably 40-ish, I would suspect.
Yeah, 42 is a good number.
Yeah, and this Ragnarok is pointing out. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Elmars, I'm sorry.
No, as Ragnarok points out in chat, they're also looking at getting that Black Mage above 400 base HP, so it can survive any nuke roll is also really good.
Yep. I was actually going to say that same thing, so we're on the same wavelength there. That's pretty awesome.
There we go. Yeah, and Zardia is saying, 6 hits to 41, but with the fix on where they get the double accuracy boost and that, I don't remember the breakpoints. Like, he can get 7. Well, look at this Aylmarkin coming in off of his fantastic play in the Duckling show-off, doing what he does and showing why that Duckling program is so important, because he knows, due to reading things and being smart, that the breakpoints next are coming at 39 and 47. Thanks, Aylmarkin. He ran a couple of seeds of Duckling exhibition. Everybody say hi to him.
Will finds a dead end at the end of the dungeon that Gouda is in as well, and decides to head out.
Yeah, this is once he hits that. Does he take this all the way to 30 or to 47 to get that 8th hit? That'd be or is this gonna be 7th hit at 39 and call it? We're gonna find out soon here. Or he's at 42, so he's going all the way up, I think.
We're going to 50.
This is it. He's loading these guys up now.
Will is going to check the key lock chests over here in Corneria Castle. He's going to pick up an herb. And a couple of forces, I think, too.
Yeah. Don't know what the... I don't think we've seen what that herb turns into.
You gotta walk pretty deep to turn it in, so we might not see what it turns into.
That was out the, I think that was out of the Provoca split, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the marsh split on the bottom. You had to go to the bottom and go through like 2 more floors, I think, before you get to it.
Yeah, and that, no, if it was the marsh split, then that would be Matoya. Yeah, because the Provoca split was, yeah, the Provoca split was the first floor of thing, of, Sea Shrine.
Sea Shrine.
Yeah. So it looks like it must be Marsh Tops that leads its way eventually to Elfland Castle. And just like that, we've got 426 HP on our Black Mage, so he's feeling good about it.
Our steak ran away!
The steak is Scientian food today. Yeah, you know you have a scary ninja when. Well, I suspect Gouda's gonna make his way to Canaria now. Stock up on everything there, and then walk straight into Corneria Castle, which is actually Temple of Fiends, and off we go. Oh, we found a Mazmune on WillBloodworth's side, but it's -4.
It's probably not as good as the katana at that point.
No, I don't think it is. I think that is second white. That is a second white shirt +4 that he just picked up.
Wow, let's see, just 2 white wizards, two white shirt +4s. Wow.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Here we go at the 1 hour, 49 minute, 18 second mark. We're back 2,000 years in the past. Meanwhile, Will tracking that herb through and finds out that it's Matoya's crystal.
Will looks like he needs about 10 shards before he can enter, and a loot. But he has the slab, and the slab turns into the loot, so...
Yeah, he's gotta follow that through, and once he finds, I don't know.
Come on, ribbon in the validation chest.
Yeah. Well, isn't that the scariest guard of that ever? starting the entrance to 2,000 years in the past to really get through is some grumps.
Sadly, we don't see any validation chests on Guda's side, but, you know, gotta go fast.
Yeah. I didn't know if, I know myself, like, if Guda's got his, heal pots lined up, I always worry about getting validation chests and getting it like a house or a cabin and mess up my heal pot order.
Will got almost given the business by Perilous with Thunder.
Yeah, those things have been nasty. They've gotten both of them a few times.
We're gonna see something here. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but
He ambushes him too. Fantastic. Take that, Lich 2 ambushed.
four hits, 157. That's a little absorby.
Yeah, he's got some absorb. 4 hits, 164. Yeah. But he never got to do anything though. They beat him up while his back was turned.
Whoa, Warmack and Topher.
Warmack's not done with you yet. 2,000 years in the past, he's coming for you. He's Terminatoring on you.
These Fiend fights are 4-on-1 handicap matches. They're just, Guda's just rolling through.
There we go. We've got our loot here on Will's side. So he's got everything that he technically needs. What he really needs to do is turn in that bottle to get that ruby, and that'll get him his tail, which will get him a lot of... Jeez Louise, did that carry ever smash?
That was a huge chair shot to Dan there. Putting Dan in his rightful place. Ooh, Zeno takes the hit. 10 hit, 704 terminated. Carry 2 is down.
God. That carry wasn't playing around. Did not skip leg day 1.
No, it did not. But that brutal chair shot from Zeno took it right on down.
Alright, getting through the water floor here. Sometimes this is just as scary as some of the Fiend fights, this floor.
This Kraken has 8 tentacles to hold 8 chairs. We'll see who gets taken out first.
Go. 3 hits, 209. That's a little dodgy coming out of that Kraken. Seems like some evasion.
Good turnovers. Kraken comes out with Swirl.
There's some non-elemental damage for you. It's nice you have a ribbon, but I don't care.
Getting the good turn order with the Invises, getting that defense up, hoping to dodge those tentacles.
Well, Will finds the defense sword out of this crystal here. It's -3, doesn't really care about that. But having that ability to cast ruse would be very nice. Swinging again, 4 hits, 330 for Kraken. My God, and again.
Dan, right through those Invis stats.
Poor Dan just had everything go wrong for him today.
Got betrayed by his team at Volcano, only for them to reunite in Temple of Fiends, just to get shot, and Kraken is down.
Favorite is when people Dan somebody right off the start of a match and they're like level 3, only to be brought back to life to stand directly in the front row of Kraken punching them in the face. Like, yeah, you've been sleeping this whole time and you wake up and you see that in front of you. Like, what did you bring me back for?
Oh, we have heal 3 worms here, wasting some time. Thankfully, though, it was only a 4-pack that had that. Man, you could heal 3 on an 8-pack. Ooh.
Yeah, when it's something annoying, like arachnids or something have it and they just burn through it, like what feels like 10 minutes of just going heal 3, heal 3, heal 3, heal 3. Ugh. Yeah, Tia2 pulled, Will gets his tail. I fear it may be a little too late for him at this point.
I fear that as well. Guda has, the commish has some strats that are going pretty well here. That katana 4 hits. Was that 4 hits? 3 step?
9 hits.
Ooh, that Tia might be a little absorby.
Yeah, doesn't seem to have the evade, but it was getting punched in the face repeatedly. Good nuke roll. 8 hits, 311. We're up to 1,000 damage now, so. Sap misses across the board.
That's great news.
All that M-Def paying off at least. 12 hits, 550. Down goes Tia2. We're 1 away.
And at 1 hour, and gonna be right around 56 minutes and 40 seconds or so, depending on how much armor Guda looks at, we're gonna pull Chaos.
Everyone's healed up. Everyone's ready to go. Here we go. Chaos pulled. Start the fight. Gonna fast up that ninja. Throw out some walls. Throw out some white shirts. And start the swinging.
Ooh, CC taking the punch before it can get walled up. Okay, that was a nice roll though on that katana.
Yeah, that was a big punch though. Ooh, you're gonna need some invis coming out here soon, or you're gonna be in trouble, I think. 2 hits, 211 coming out. Power bonking up that ninja. Once. Swing now. 10 hits, 799. Oh boy, that's a big hit. Here we go. That katana's gonna start chewing through Chaos here any second now. A couple more turns of swings like he had last one. Chaos is not long for this world. Nuke for 244. In comes the katana. 9 for 519.
KS has some HP.
Quad X. Well, that doesn't do anything. Resist. But there goes 916, and it's over. Get your GGs out. The commissioner once again does some backroom deals. It's over. He wins. See if we can't, see if these guys want to join us here. I'll ask them. Asking you shall receive. Guda joining us in here. Guda, GG's, congrats. How you feeling?
Good, Ilmars. I feel actually pretty good. I haven't even played a single seed of this since the play-in race, so that felt pretty good. I probably ground a little bit too much on my ninja, but I mean, safety with 300% clamped is a must.
Given the way that one of the big things that you had in particular that seemed to be going for you was you did a lot of exploration early on, particularly getting out of the inner sea early and finding Melman being Provoca. Given what level 1 magic was, level 2 must have felt a heck of a lot better.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, I can deal with a little bit of cake and a little bit of bane. Like nobody minds a little poison smoke after they get done eating their birthday cake. But yeah, finding Nuke was amazing. I was really looking for warp. Like I didn't want to do Ice Cave without warp, but at that point I'm like I gotta go back and do Ice Cave.
So overall, I mean, when you're playing floor and entrance shuffle, it's really hard to say how did you feel about your routing. How did you feel? You pretty much play proximity plays and such. But anything that you kind of wished you may have done a little differently, or maybe routed slightly off?
I mean, I wish I would have gone into ice earlier once I found the loose floater there. This had 4 tri-state incentive locations, so it was 0 to 4 loose. And I'm like, well, and when I found mermaids was a dud, I'm like, well, at least I know one thing is loose. But then when I don't even remember if I went to mermaids first or ice first or wherever ice cave was. I mean, entrance and floor shuffle just tends to blur together, which is why I have to keep notes. And once I got down to like 1 force that I needed left, I was like, come on, I gotta find something here. And then I just so happened to find an Agama trap tile when I was looking for my last force, and I was like, here we go. This is what I need.
This was a seed that also provided arguably one of the greatest number of Warmech encounters in the history of Warmech encounters. Obviously, Warmech Unleashed has the potential of this, but I'm pretty sure like every single encounter 7 got shuffled to the front end of the encounter rarity.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all. I mean, that's one of the reasons why at one point I just stopped hard resetting, because I'm like, all right, well, there's Warmech on the sea. All right, there's Warmech there. I should have just kind of, I thought about wandering around Melman for a little while to see if Warmech was there on a hard reset, but
we actually joked about that as well, to be like, because he would be the group 7 vampire. I'm like, I wonder what this is.
One thing I did learn when I decided to go slay all the bats in the bat room is that is just a trap tile freaking room. Didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the room where no one walks into, but surprise. We what was the impetus behind having a bat genocide? Were you just angry at that point?
I wanted to have a little fun on stream, is exactly what it was. I'm like, if I can go take out like 3 bats, it's like 4 seconds. If I lose by 4 seconds, I totally deserve exactly what I'm getting. But I'm like, I want to go slay some bats on screen, because I don't play with NPC guillotine as much as I should, so I'm like, I gotta use this to my advantage. Get rid of these things.
Well, I mean, you're the commissioner. Do you feel that you're cheating the system by winning?
No. I have not cheated the system by winning yet. I have thought about it where I'm like, all right, I'm getting a 15-minute head start. Nobody can stop me. Come on, here we go. Like, straight up Vince McMahon this. Like, put Spell Zap handcuffed into a corner and be like, guess who's the champ now? I haven't done it yet. But I'd have to get Spell Zap to agree to that. I don't think he will.
When will you use those executive powers? In the near future, I assume?
Exactly. I'm not planning on it. At least not yet. I don't want to kill this thing too quick, you know. Irongol is absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best things that's ever happened to FFR. We get to make our own flags. We get to race basically whoever we want, as long as they're in Irongol. This has been one of the best things that I've had happen with FFR, because I showed up last spring tournament, did that. Skipped co-op, unfortunately. That's a ton of fun now that I've started doing it. Then I did Onrek Summer Vacation, the Duckling Derby, the Platypus Invite, and then had a little bit of break. And then came back to spring tournament after doing some Irongol stuff. And let me tell you, it was so much better going back to Irongol now compared to spring tournament, because it felt tedious, and like you had 1 race a week, and you just, I don't know. For me, Irongol is the way to go.
One thing I want to mention, Will was actually getting that Warmech encounter off the power cycle there in March, and something we didn't see when you fought Warmech. Guda, Warmech has Cure 4.
Oh wow, really? That's super unfortunate that Warmech has Cure 4. I was waiting for something more than Lit 2, and it just never happened. And Nuclear, jeez. I got super lucky then. Cause yeah, that's something I didn't see at all. I was waiting for him to have a skill list, and I'm like, I was actually super worried about Topher when all that Warmech had was Lit 2s that came out. I was like, okay, come on, give me something more than Lit 2. That means that all the fiends are going to have insta-death, and I only have 1 ribbon. This really sucks. That was also part of the reason why I decided to grind way up into the 40s. Because I'm like, well, I got to kill these fiends as fast as possible because they've all got insta-death.
Just a sec, just waiting on Will here.
Will is slaughtering the bats as well.
That
I
a
like
boy,
this.
Will. And now he's finding that trap tile.
I actually did not know that was a trap tile in there either. That might come in handy later.
Right? Because they're side by side, so that way you don't get an off encounter. So if your that earth trap tile is really, really good, you can always just boop right in there.
Yeah, definitely useful to know that for floor entrance shuffle races. Like if you need to get an early level and you get a nice encounter, to know that those trap tiles are there.
Yeah, I see you, Ragnarok. You should have told me that before, man. I had no clue. Literally no clue whatsoever that was all trap tiles.
So what's next for you, Guda? Who are you taking out your commissioner powers on next?
Next in line, I'm gonna do what Greggly Puff did. Greggly Puff went from the bottom to the top, and he did it one at a time, other than doing the gigantic rumble that he did really well in. So next in line for me is number 9, and that would be Crab Cakes herself. So I'm gonna have to whip up some really, really amazing flags here to challenge Crab Cakes to, because she is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you're in for it on that one, Guda, for sure. That is the reigning, defending, undisputed spring tournament champion, 2019.
Oh yeah, yes she is, and she's one of the top, if not the top runner in the entire community, and she's tough to beat. So I gotta jump over her first, and then eventually make my way up to hopefully Spell Zap. But it should be noted that we have another rankings shaking rumble coming up here in the near future, about a month from now. So right now what I'm calling this is the Irongol preseason. So this was our maiden voyage, our big chance, our try, just to see what happens, see what we have to, or what we can do, what we can improve on, what the runners like, what they don't like. And I can say, honestly, just based on what the runners have been doing and all the feedback that I've been getting, that this has been an overwhelming success. So we're hoping to get Irongol Season 1 coming up here, starting in June. It'll be in middle of June. I think the runners right now have it June 21st as the favorite date. Let me check my calendar. June 20th, actually, I believe, is the favorite date to have the next Irongol Rumble, and that's going to be whoever wins that, number 1 contender for whoever the preseason champ is. Preseason champ right now is Spell Zap. He's going to create the flags for that Rumble, and we are all going to have to deal with whatever crazy shenanigans Spell Zap comes up with. It's going to be awesome.
Joining us here in the booth now is Will. Geez, man, not the way you hoped it would go, but how you...
Oh, I feel awful. That was terrible. That first 40 minutes, I might as well have just took a nap. It wasn't for anything. So
you were really in that Matoya Cave Marsh there for quite a while.
Love that RNG, bud. Not what you can do. I kept trying to beat my head against that wall, and it turned out to be kind of a bad idea.
Any thought about, while that's all going on, starting to think like maybe it's time to be moving out of this inner sea? Because the unfortunate thing was just outside of it, that was the big break to getting level magic, which had your nuke, which Unfortunately, your opponent made that move a lot earlier and got themselves some decent AoE damage, which really helped.
Definitely assumed that happened. Yep. Hey,
Yeah,
did anybody find Dwarf Cave?
No,
No,
What the hell was Dwarf Cave?
I have to assume that it was rod locked
Had to be.
because I think that and ordeals are the only places that I haven't checked.
I did ordeal. Oh, you like the walk to ordeals? Yeah, I didn't go there either.
Yeah,
No.
I had no reason to go to ordeals. I
Nah.
loved the cube being a caravan. That was absolutely amazing.
That was hilarious.
It's always nice when you get a caravan vendor item and it gets vanilla, because there are people who totally forget that caravan's a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it led to the Northwest Castle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't turn in the crown because I literally just got it. But,
It was opal bracelet -4.
ouch. Well, that's
Yeah,
not good.
there was. So the one thing that burst weapons and armor can really hit you with is armor like tonight, where there's just a ton of negative armor. Like I went in with the opal -4 because it was better than a silver bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
I was rocking a rapier on my ninja or on my thief until I class changed, because I had a katana 4 waiting for me, and I'm like,
Yep.
I'm not gonna spend money on a rune -4 or a coral -3 and just not have any crit rates. So I'm like, I'll just take this rapier and hope that it can do some damage.
For sure. I found Masa late, but I did find it. I just don't remember where I found it.
that would have been, I believe that was Elf Locked had that.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
right. Elf Castle locked.
Yeah, because I never turned in the herb.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but I can tell you that with entrance and floor shuffle, anybody who's out there watching this, that the first 30 minutes of an entrance and floor shuffle seed is essentially where you win or lose.
Yeah.
Unless you're like me and suck at the back end of the race, when you just are like, which entrances have I not gone to, and this is why you take notes. And
Yep.
I've gotten 1,000 times better at this when I took notes. But yeah, the first 30 minutes really kind of determines the match, mostly because if you beat your head against dungeons, or go to the wrong dungeon, or don't grab something real quick. Like when I got a 40-minute floater, I'm like, well, Will's ahead of me because I did Ice Cave late.
Nope, that's when I did it.
Yeah, you guys were pretty much holding hands through Ice Cave. The big thing being, but at that point, Will was probably circa level 10 while you were like 17 because of that early get out of the inner sea
Yeah, that'll do
to
it.
get that nuke,
Mm-hmm.
which helped a lot.
Yeah, I forgot one very important thing about this seed, and that is that this is not deep towns. So I was looking for towns in deep dungeons instead of just wandering around the world, which is what I would have done had I remembered to remember that that's where they were just going to be wherever on the surface. So I could have gone to every location on the map to find every possible town I could find, and I would have found Melman a hell of a lot faster. But what are you gonna do?
The other thing that was fantastic about this seed for you, Will, was you used a lot of Bane against cockatrices.
That felt so bad. That felt so freaking bad. I was quite upset with how poorly they were going.
Well, that's what I was telling these guys to start with. I'm like, I can take Cake and Bane and run through a lot of a seed, but it's not going to carry the day.
No, it's not.
On top of that, we had mentioned with Gouda that this may have been a record for the amount of war mechs that loved showing up in this. You in particular seemed to power cycle a lot, and it seemed like almost every single encounter table was first encounter off power cycle war mech.
Pretty sweet. It's too bad I couldn't kill him.
I think Gouda fought him once to kill him, and he had like 1800 HP, like super evasive, like was not a pleasant thing to fight.
He rolled max evade. I only hit him with crits. So I had a fasted ninja that probably had, I don't know, 7 or 8 hits, and I was hitting him once with crits, and that's it.
Wow.
With a katana 4, it was bad.
Were you even bonking?
No, I wasn't bonking. I was just doing it.
Hmm.
Just going in, just doing it.
Doing it well.
Ragnarok in chat throwing out. Apparently, it was a 1 damage terminate on Kraken. Kraken 1.
Yeah. And also, there was another instance where a white mage punched something big for 1 damage and killed it as well. Dan, the white mage, which you horribly healed on, punched something for 1 damage. And
I
killed
mean, you gotta. Sometimes you just gotta do the thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll get to last thoughts at this point, unless Dwight, you have anything else to add?
No, I was gonna ask about the cockatrices and everything too, but everything was good.
Yeah.
GG's guys, and that was a great run to watch.
Oh, man.
Congrats, Guda.
Thank you.
I'll look forward to your hopefully if Crab Cake accepts your challenge. Look forward to that match as well.
Yeah,
So,
Dwight, you're up there too, aren't you? I don't know all the standings off the top of my head, but I think you're up there, Dwight. Just be careful. Here we come.
I'm feeling a little nervous. My name is I got fortunate against Dangwoo and kind of made a big jump, which is not what you're doing, going one at a time.
I mean, people can go at this however they want, and that's what's great about it is you can make big jumps, and you could be like Dangwoo, who went from like 6th to 30th in a couple of races because he's just like, I'm just gonna start losing.
Yeah, that'll do it. Well, I don't think I've ever challenged anybody that I can remember. I usually get challenged and I accept pretty much everything. But this will be the first time where I'm saying, dude, I want a rematch. Now that I know what the flag set looks like and I know what deep towns are not on, I can actually play it right.
Oh, well, absolutely. You gave me a rematch. For those who don't know, the score right now is 1-1.
Yep.
Between myself and WillBloodworth. We had a race right before spring tournament, and I got my tail handed to me in Topher. And Will came from behind and beat me, so I said, well, we need a rematch. He said, absolutely, whenever you want. So here we are. Now we're back to 1-1. I'll absolutely give you that rematch, buddy.
Hell yes. I just came Kraken. Kraken 1, by the way.
I killed Kraken 1 all melee and Thor hammer, or a Zeus gauntlet.
Oh, nice. Took me like 5 or 6 bracks, but I eventually got them.
Yeah, I didn't have Brack.
No.
Who needs Brack?
I do.
But
apparently, I need a lot of them.
All right, guys, if you want to get to final thoughts, we can go for it.
Yeah, so Will, we'll start with you. You can give us your final thoughts and your overall impression and what seems like it's going to be heading to match 3 between you two fine gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll say this. This is, I don't know how many multiple times more fun than Spring Tournament, but definitely at least 10 times more fun than Spring Tournament. By far. I've been a fan of Irongol since its inception. I'll be here till they shut down the servers, and I'm always looking forward to getting challenged on goofy flag sets and, beating my head against walls like this. I just did a Solo Thief vanillish run. I just got the world record on that for 5:35 earlier today. So I'm pretty Final Fantasied out, but I still wanted to play today. And it was great. And I appreciate you giving me the match today, Guda.
And then, Guda, this is your time. Cut your promo, my friend.
Absolutely. Anytime, any place. Come on, bring the challenges. The commish is open for business. So Here we go. We got Irongol. Season 1 is going to start here pretty soon. As I said earlier, I'm super stoked. I love these types of flags. I'm not a huge Entrance and Floor Shuffle fan, but I know a lot of people are, and I'm trying to get better. So here we are, and look forward to the rubber match between WillBloodworth and myself coming up here in the next week or so. We'll get this figured out, and let's see what else. What else do we got? Thank you for coming out. Thanks for watching us. Thanks for following the runners, following the commentators. Thanks Speed Gaming for putting this on. Thanks Will for running this race. It was a great time. Thanks Ilmars and Reese and Dwight for putting this on. Like, you guys, volunteers are how FFR breathes. Because without volunteers, we're not gonna have broadcast. We're not gonna have anything. Hey, look, there's Dwarf Cave.
Oh, you just murdered Hooray Dwarf. Congrats,
No!
Will. I hope you feel good about yourself.
Pretty damn good, yeah.
Hey, there's the rod.
Yeah, found the rod. And then
So-
Banesword is Narek. So I'm gonna find out what's behind that plate, and I'm guessing it's gonna be Carrie, because what else could it possibly be? That's
Wait a
probably
minute,
what it is.
we have Banesword incentivized in this.
I guess. Well, that's what was there. That's what he gave me.
Interesting. We might have to look at these flags. I know Beta's been getting updated, so
Yeah, I don't remember us incentivizing Banesword. Like, I won't complain because I'll use the hell out of it, but I don't remember
Also-
it being incentive.
I didn't know
Isn't it
that
just a
Banesword.
dud?
What's that?
No,
I think
there can't be a
gotta
dud.
No,
There cannot be a dud in this.
not with the number of incentives versus locations we have.
Mhm.
No, it had to be at least, as many. I think it was like
So-
an overlap of like 4.
So yeah, we'll have to look into that. Otherwise, we just
Yeah,
found a
'cause I
really
remember
sweet bug.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, because I remember, I'm fairly sure looking at it, it was only the 4 things that were incentivized,
Mm-hmm.
which were the defense, power, opal, ribbon, which were in the incentive pool. So,
Mhm.
what do you know?
I didn't see that. Well, I saw one ribbon. Did you find anything? Did you find a second ribbon?
No, I only found a ribbon that was incentivized.
Huh. I'm gonna check the volcano, the carry chest, and see if it's the red dragon chest. See
Which-
if that's
It
anything.
wouldn't. It wasn't
Hmm.
incentivized, so your ribbon
The-
that you found was in an incentive chest that wasn't technically incentivized. So Marsh wasn't incentivized,
Marsh was incentivized.
Marsh was incentivized.
was it?
Yep.
Oh.
Marsh Ordeals, Ice, Titans, and then the 4 Fiend dungeons were Tri-State.
Yeah, so that Banesword should not have been there. I wonder if somebody clipped that. I'll have to go back and clip it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was odd. I don't know why that would have been there.
Well,
Like, did you check our flags and see if it's? I mean, Banesword is not an incentive, right?
I don't think
Pulling
it
up the
can be
flags
incentive.
right now.
Can't it?
I want to point out that your floater was also found loose, and it was incentivized.
Yes, but it can be because we do have
Yeah.
we had 1 to 4 loose or 0 to 4 loose items,
That part's fine.
and the
Hey,
0 to 4 loose items means I know Mermaids was Tri-State and it was not on, so that's at least 1 loose, and I only remember finding 1 loose.
Yeah, I don't remember finding a whole hell of a lot of loose. So yeah, I think you're right. But I'll check Topher and I'll see if there's anything down there.
I can 100% confirm, looking at this, that there is no Banesword on the flag list to be incentivized. So, surprise.
Well,
All right. Well, thanks, Cyclone, for potentially going back and getting it from the VOD. But we'll have to talk to some of the devs, and welcome to debugging on beta, everybody. This is
Yay!
fantastic. Yeah, so keep watching Irongol. We've got a lot of stuff coming up. Maybe some new things like, I don't know, a hardcore championship, maybe.
Yes, please.
So yeah, keep everything. Keep us in mind. We're gonna keep doing Irongol. We're gonna keep putting out new broadcasts, new rivalries for everybody, and you can't forget that we have Spring Tournament 2020 going on. Stage 1 of the brackets is complete. We've got round 2 of the brackets coming up, and it has been upset central.
Yep. 7. 3 of the top, the higher seeds dropped out of the tournament. Myself being one of them. The other 2, I think, Demarine and Gan's Gone Wild. 4 of the remaining 5 lost their matches to lower seeds, and Sonny Wrath, the number 1 seed, won his match in a 3-game set against Asher. So, yeah, there's hardly any chalk on this board. It's upset-orama, like you were saying, upset city.
It's
So-
been an incredible spring tournament all the way around. If you've had the opportunity to check it, and these flags mixed in make things so much more fun. If you're tired of seeing the semi-vanilla-ish sort of randomized way that seems to be the most popular way that Randomizer goes, when you throw this in there, it just adds such a different feel to the game. It's fantastic to watch.
Mm-hmm. And as Cyclone points out, one of the matchups that we have in the top 8 is Spellzap versus Shadowwalker. We got Spellzap, our Irongol champ. We got Shadowwalker, last year's runner-up. Both of these runners are super, super good. They met actually in, I think it was week 3 or week 4 of, maybe it was week 2 of the Swiss rounds, and Shadowwalker won that match against Spellzap. So Spellzap's out. He's out for revenge. So tune in, everybody. We've got a lot of good FFR stuff, broadcasts coming up in the near future.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, I think we're gonna close it down here. For everybody behind the scenes who's put all of this together, Goody, yourself included, helping to organize so much of this, and everyone else, all the volunteers, to Dwight, my co-commentator through this, to Reese tracking. Make sure you give everybody a follow. Make sure you look at it. Make sure you give SG a follow on all their sister stations. We've got both. I'm sure there'll be more Irongol matches coming up in the near future as spring tournament now is coming down to the final 8. There are a lot more people who will be open and available to running these things now. Thank you to everybody. Make sure you give everyone a follow. Join the Discord. It has been absolutely fantastic. My name is Ilbars Ubermuller. Thank you all very much and have a good night.